When it comes to the technology that I have in this practice, I'm using what I consider to be the world's most sophisticated VNG and eye tracking platform. It operates at 250 frames per second and has 0.01 degrees of spatial resolution and 0.1 degrees capability in torsion. Now I know that's a lot of numbers, but all that is to say that we're looking at your eyes as closely and as precisely as possible. Now, why would I look at your eyes? I'm looking at your eyes as a window into your brain health and brain function. By mapping out your eye movements and some other reflexive movements that we can capture through these goggles, I can get a really beautiful picture of what parts of your brain are working well and what are not working so well. And from there, I can make a decision about what therapies and training and specific rehabilitation we want to implement for your specific case. Let me tell you a little bit more about these goggles. These goggles are really interesting because they've upgraded the hardware components in these 3D virtual reality goggles, which have really heightened the level of sensitivity and specificity in our diagnostic and therapeutic capabilities. For example, I can do something like subjective visual vertical and subjective visual horizontal. In these goggles, you'll see a line where you have to put the line straight, what you perceive to be straight. Now, if somebody has, for example, a concussion or vertigo or dysautonomia or POTS, which is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, or any other brain injury like an mTBI, their perception of upright in the world may be altered. And maybe that's why their posture has changed ever since he or she had a certain incident or an accident or a concussion. We can do things like pursuits and saccades. We can look at eye torsion and also look at pupillometry, or how your eyes respond to light. Have you ever met someone who's had a concussion and they have to wear sunglasses all the time? Well, this can give us a window into how those parts of their neurophysiology that control their pupils dilating and constricting are working, or how poorly they're working. We can look at strabismus. In these goggles, we can even do assessments that give us insight into your neurocognitive function. Additionally, these goggles also have 6 degrees of motion sensors. So not only am I looking into your eyes, but I'm also very precisely analyzing how your head is moving relative to your eye movements. So all of this is to say that I made a decision to bring the highest resolutions, to bring the most meaningful assessments, and have the capability to do individualized training and rehabilitation in these goggles, where I'm also objectively capturing data at the same time. We did all this for the purpose of being able to design specific individualized protocols to rehabilitate your brain and nervous system. I'm really excited to bring technology like this to the area and be able to serve our patients. Now, let me talk about the chair. The chair, the NOTC Pro Plus chair, was actually born out of Diagnostics, and in the last few years, this company Spryson is really leaping into the realm of neurological training and individualized rehabilitation. What's interesting about this chair is when I tell people it's a Rotary chair and it moves, they think maybe it's an amusement park ride. Well, you haven't felt an amusement park ride like this. It's perfectly smooth, it's perfectly quiet, and more importantly, it's very precise and integrates with this software. And this software allows us to move your body so I can see the reflexes of your nervous system relative to the movement of the chair. And I capture that data very precisely so I can get a window into the integrity and function of your horizontal canals, your vertical canals, your otolithic function, all of that while you're wearing the DX200 goggles that I mentioned earlier. This is where things get amazing. I can not only measure your horizontal canals and how you are when you're upright, but I can also put you in a specific position in the chair and move you around very specifically, so I know if you have a specific canal that needs attention. Or, for example, if I saw nystagmus, which means you have these uncontrollable, slow and fast movements of your eyes, I can target specific canals so I can rehabilitate that eye motion and make you feel more steady, or make your headaches go away, or even make your vertigo and dizziness go away. What I enjoy about having a platform like this is that it allows me to do very precise neurodiagnostics, and I can also do individualized training and rehabilitation with you, whether I'm doing it in the goggles or I'm doing it in the goggles and the chair. And then I can very quickly reassess. I don't have to guess to see if I'm doing the right thing for you. I'm going to know within minutes if we're headed in the right direction. And if we're not headed in the right direction, I can quickly pivot and get you to where you need to be. This is the first time ever that I'm aware of in healthcare that a neurodiagnostic tool can also be used as a therapeutic device. I would liken this to if you hurt your lower back and you needed to get an MRI, and the MRI revealed the pathology associated with your imaging. Well, what if you could actually turn the MRI into a rehabilitative device? That is what the NOTC Pro Plus chair and our DX200 goggles are giving us the capability of doing. We can provide advanced, very, very sensitive and specific neurodiagnostic tests, and then quickly convert them into training and rehabilitative and therapeutic protocols. At the Hartman Center, we're really proud to offer this advanced technology. If you have any questions about this, our number is 201-MY-BRAIN, which is 201-692-7246. You can call or text us.